We live, Eagle?
We're live.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. State of the Game Podcast, Episode 2. We're here. The State of the Game HQ, Charlestown, Mass. Right in the heart of Charlestown. Here, right by 93. So, we had a great weekend of lacrosse. Great week of lacrosse, I should say. Once again, Sam Einstat, Jack Gump. Produced by the Eagle, Joe Casucci. Let's jump right into it. Obviously, a bomb there with Army Lafayette to start off. Lafayette goalie Joe Doherty had 19 saves. I guess that's where we'll start, boys. What'd you think?
First of all, doing this live is just like so much better. The Zoom was really weird.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like the Patriot League is just like such a gauntlet, and Army was so stacked last year, and now it's kind of just like we're coming back to earth. I'm like, that's just like a rock fight of a conference.
In the Patriot League gauntlet comment, that league is just fueled by hatred. Like, it doesn't matter if you have an off year, like you have a Lafayette, you have Holy Cross, or like even Bucknell's going on and off.
Holy
Like,
Cross-
those kids hate each other.
Holy Cross beat Colgate, right? I think so,
No.
right? Again, we're not analysts.
I know that we had 4 people watching last week. We might have like 7 or 8 this week.
We got a button up.
Yeah, we're buttoning up here as we go. But Lafayette is a scrappy team, and I was shocked to see that though.
Yeah, I mean, when you look at defense, like defensively, goalkeeping, like face-offs, Army ranks top 15 in all categories, I think, in the entire country. Individually at face-offs, too. And, I mean, what a hell of a game by the Lafayette goalkeeper to keep him in it and take home the win.
Yeah, that kid's a stud. Shout out to Macklin Fitzpatrick, a former Clams teammate of mine. Also former Lafayette Jaguar, is it?
Leopards.
Leopards.
Great call.
That could be one of the best.
Dude, the Lafayette 10-man, too.
Yeah. I mean, you have to think, like, they're stuck in similar conditions to anyone in the Northeast. They're just, like, full of, like, piss and vinegar the entire time, fighting for, you know, a big Patriot League win. That's probably up there with one of the top program wins of all time, if you had to say.
They had one a couple of years ago that I'm trying to remember.
Yeah, they beat somebody like crazy.
It was the same thing. I
It
remember.
could have been Army, like, honestly.
It might. I
I
don't
don't
know.
know about that.
Now this could be true. This could be fake. It's all alleged. I might have had a little bit of money on who they were playing, and I remember being like, "Holy fuck, Lafayette's not gonna do this," and they did it. I'm trying to find that
Yeah, if we
win,
can
but
pull that, that'd be phenomenal.
Army's goalie though is such a fucking stud. Like, I shouldn't be swearing. This is a family show. But that kid played great as always. He's a Georgia native himself, so I'm not
They
surprised.
recruit a ton out of Georgia.
I know those Plunkett brothers are a problem.
Also, the defensemen are consistently just like linebackers.
I had a note here. Army's poles always have ridiculously clunky sticks.
Oh my
Because
god!
you see, I forget who it was. He was coming down. He just strong power cradle. He just cocks one back, and like you always tell a clunky pole or like how wide their hands are off their body. Like most of the nasty poles almost have a short stick-ish, like kind of shot and passing where it's a little bit close and they're protecting it. These kids are just like.
They could fumble like a routine pass at any moment.
Any moment.
Yeah,
It's
great.
you can always tell from the clear too. They just come get it and they're like.
There was a kid that we used to play against whose nickname was Horse. Who's a D-Mitty.
Dude, I played him at Trinity Palm.
Yeah, yeah.
And they're like, "Horse, take the face off."
I mean, so like when you have a horse who's just gonna like run through the ride, you don't really need like the most skilled guys on the clear.
No, Horse played D Midi, I believe, right?
Yeah. So they would just like throw him the ball wherever he was, and he just truck stick.
So for you listeners, the Army Preparatory School, they play. So they go. You guys know this. They go and play other prep schools in the preseason, like before they go and play a pretty normal schedule. But they showed up to TP Trinity Palm. I did post grade. They showed up with 12 guys. And I didn't. Nobody had really talked about this. Like we talked about how like they got this kid going here, this kid going there, and that like don't talk with them, don't chirp with them. They're very well at the mental warfare side of things. They're trained on it. No one said they were gonna have 12 guys. And when they showed up with 12 guys, it was like we're gonna roll these kids. They have no subs, and nobody was talking about it. I don't know why. They had an up and coming attackman out of Long Island. I'm not sure if you guys have ever heard of Brennan Nickturn.
I've definitely heard of him. Yeah.
A couple precision strikes out of him back
Brother,
there.
he rolled. He was unbelievable. Horse was legit playing pole, fogo, and midi. Like, he was all over the field. They beat us like 16-4. They beat Avon, who was all league that year. Like, I think they beat him even worse. They might have beat us like 15-3 and beat Avon like 16-2. But anyway, Army just produces these kids every year that are not produces. These kids are recruited there for a reason. They're our country's servicemen. But the Georgia recruiting has been really interesting for them. They got Georgia littered all throughout their starting lineup, and those kids are absolute studs. I just want to see this goalie, what this goalie's been up to, because that kid, he's a real problem.
I think he's like number 1 or 0. I don't remember his name, but
Yeah, speaking of goaltending, we'll move into UMass Vermont here, rolling along. Owen Salinger wrote it here in the outline. Soft ass mitts on this kid. His rebound control is unbelievable. Like, nothing pops out on him.
no. And I mean, again, I think you guys may have talked about it last week, but UMass has consistently had an All-American goalie, and I don't remember a guy giving up a bunch of pop-ups to the middle of the field.
Yeah, Scones was like that too. Yeah. I was boots on the ground.
But by the way,
Yeah, go ahead.
Jack Gump announced the women's game after the men's game. He did great on the call. An absolute flurry of Massachusetts towns. Probably, I mean, it was great, but like, just as a funny side note, probably 12 Massachusetts towns named.
That was all over my notes. As many towns as I could get. Shout out to Ava Connaughton, sister of Haley Connaughton, good friend of ours. Historic UMass talent, Haley.
Yeah.
Yeah, all time UMass talent, all decade team probably. She hooked me up with a bunch of notes, and so Ava sends me about 20 notes. I was looking for like hands, like player analysis, maybe where they're from. And I was like, I can get that on the roster. She just sends me 20 fun facts. So she sends me like, yeah, like Heather and Brittany and Sophie are heading to PA school after this year.
Dude, I heard some of the.
That was a deep pull.
Yeah.
That was a deep pull about PA school. Like, one girl's like, Dad played football at Bridgewater State. That was a pull.
That would have been an amazing. Did you drop that?
I don't remember. I don't think I did. I dropped Katie Onderd on KO. I heard the coach call her KO at one point, and I was like, yeah, great take there from KO. I was picking up on nicknames. Her dad played across at Notre Dame. That was a nice pull I had.
That's
The
a great pull.
kid next to me in the booth was like, nice.
Oh, really? That's epic.
Yeah. No, so I had a blast doing that. But UMass Vermont before that. I want to talk about that goalie, Sean Daly from Vermont. He played unreal. What's it called as well? Their Fogo, Walter Zhao, Big Walt.
Big Wall.
Dude, that kid is a problem. He almost pitched a perfect game.
I think we won two draws.
Yeah.
Well, he's a top 5 Fogo in the country. I
Yeah.
think he does have the 5th best percentage, but Big Walt lost his shoe at one point. I've never seen it in the game. He lost his shoe and didn't have a sock on. And then so he starts jogging off without a sock, and then he's penalized because he picked up his shoe and ran off. So it's, Coach Canella pointed this out in the game. By the way, Coach Canella has been great in the call. No, he's definitely not listening to this, but Coach, if y'all
Also
he's
not-
been great in the call. But no, so
Not
this kid,
partial too.
so Coach right away goes, hey, he goes, because they're like, well, what happened? He goes, you can't pick. Hey, I don't know how he knew. Of course we know he knew this. He knows every rule. You can't pick up your shoe just like you can't pick up your stick. So right away.
Oh yeah, like your
penalized.
stick breaks. Yeah.
Yeah, but not wearing socks, Walt, you're not. You're not
Do
for
you
that.
think? I mean, like his sock didn't go. I mean, there's no way you would know that the sock was on the field, but it wasn't like a short sock that was. In
No,
the
because
field.
I was
You
looking
said
for the
no.
sock. Like, I was like,
Yeah,
why does
yeah.
he not have a sock on? Where's the sock? How would his sock have popped out from his shoe?
Yeah.
And there was no sock. He picked up a shoe, runs off, flag down. That kid played really great. I thought Colin Coyle has been great for the Gorillas so far.
Yeah.
He had another couple points. He had some big ground balls that was like, for me, that caught my eye. Like, he had a ground ball in the first couple minutes where he picked it up, did like the Hoka face cradle,
Yeah.
Yeah.
where he used power cradling, and then got through like 4 guys. And like, I don't know, you don't see that many freshmen fly into a pile, want the ground ball, and then not poop their pants in the pile. Like, he did it 3 times, confidently went into the pile, and then came out with it, like slowed it down, and not like fly out of the pile, look for space and chuck it to somebody, like cradle it, control it, slow it down, which I thought was kind of rare for a freshman.
Yeah, there's been a lot of poise out of that young group at UMass this year.
I know they said 70% of their scoring's coming from kids in their first or second year playing, which is crazy.
I mean, Dylan Johnson's been a bright spot.
Yeah.
Obviously, Colin Coyle.
Tyler Clayton seems like he's been there for 100 years.
Yeah.
He's been there for one. We were like, what's he, a junior?
Yeah.
He's a sophomore. Met his father, great guy. Plays in the summer with Johnny Gump.
Of course.
Yeah, he's a stud. He's playing great. We also had down Chucky Kurt's hammer time.
That kid can shoot the shit out of the ball.
Man.
He can hammer the ball. I would be, if I was a goalie, which thankfully I never had to think about soon, Robert, I would be afraid of getting in front of that shot. That kid absolutely ropes it into the top of the net.
He's one of those guys, too, where it doesn't matter if he's from like 7 or 8, he's shooting as hard as he can directly at you. Like, he's not aiming. Not the trick, I'm just saying. He's one of those, he is aiming, I'm just saying, some guys, they shoot it so hard that it doesn't look like they are.
Yeah.
Because they just have, like, when he shot one, I think his first goal, just directly at the kid. And the goalie did the classic, like, and it just went, like, right by his shoulder.
On the near side of something.
Well, that's the saying, too, we used to have, right? Heavy ball. Like, Robbie Granara had a similar shot, like, similar goal where it literally just trickled right in. It wasn't even, it was deflected before it even got to the goalie.
From that Vermont kid. Vermont Poles played well.
I mean, dude, 6'7". 7 to 6 rather is that's just like a rock fight. Like that's a gritty game.
Absolute rock
You
fight.
usually don't see that much like in college lacrosse today, where a game's like 9-8, like a low scoring game like that.
Yeah, when we were talking
That's
about
UMass ball, baby. I talked about it with Kyle after. He's like, that was a classic UMass win. Like Coach Kyle Smith off 7 wins in a row in his first year as a UMass lacrosse coach. So congrats to Kyle. Congrats to the UMass boys. That was a classic, just greasy early March win. Boys played 5 games in 2 weeks, didn't they said?
Yeah, right. Because they had the Tuesday games. Like Lowell was Tuesday, right?
Yeah. No, and obviously Vermont was playing with heavy hearts last week. We want to extend our condolences, and we're thinking of the Vermont lacrosse community after the sudden passing of Charles Erdman there. So we're obviously thinking of those guys, and that was a game where you knew that they were going to come out flying for their boy. So we're thinking of those guys, and obviously playing with heavy hearts last week. So moving on here, we got UVA Towson. UVA 2-3 here to start the year. What do we got, boys?
Eagle, you want to take it first? I have some thoughts here, but
Yeah, I mean, they've been in jail for the last 3 or 4 years with Tiffany as the head coach. And we don't want to chirp anyone, but like they haven't been the UVA that we remember growing up. Like UVA, I think is still stand with UVA. Like that team was dominant. That team never would have been in games like this. They were fighting for ACC titles every year, and ever since they won the championship in 2018, I think, with Matt Moore.
That might have
That
been
was
19.
19?
That was
Yale,
19.
Yale won 2018.
So
I think
then-
it was 19.
It was 19. That was my
19,
freshman year.
but ever since that championship, it's kind of been a steady downhill for that program.
I think that Schellenberger covered up more things than people thought.
And
Yeah.
Kerwin, dude. Like,
And Peyton Cormier, you had an inside scorer, like
that was stacked.
Even that kid, what was his name, Schutze? The Connecticut kid?
Oh,
yeah,
that
Griffin
big guy.
Schatz.
People like to give that kid shit. He was, you could see it now. That kid was a staple in that offense.
It also, like, when you have I just don't see a Dodger like that, other than obviously the Millens, and there's like a few really good inside guys, obviously.
Colsey's
fucking
a stud.
UVA.
I love that.
Yeah.
Truett Sutherland, we talked
Truett
about him last
Sutherland's
week.
nasty.
He's
So
nasty
like
off ball.
the thing is when you don't have like a horse like Schutz like running in the midfield, like you're not going to draw slides consistently to put like McCabe and Brennan in situations where they have like leverage and they can like make a play and like beat a shorty on like a switch or like a late recovery or whatever that is. So like that kind of shit. And like McCabe can beat a matchup consistently, but like when you put like Sean Light, Schaller, like some of those guys on him, like I don't think he's gonna win that match. Like pick up the ball off the end line and win that matchup.
Yeah, and then you think about the goaltending problems as well.
Yeah,
like they've always had a stud in net.
Yeah,
that's where I was gonna go. Goalie defense, like they're giving up. I don't know. I think probably an average of over 11 goals a game.
Make another water.
And I mean, they can score the ball at will, but when your defense is putting you in those situations, it's tough to come back from that. And then you see it with the clearing and riding too. There was multiple times in that game where Towson, shot it, save made by the goalkeeper, and they don't clear it. And now you have an odd man rush right off the bat.
Do you think that I feel like they still have a solid decor and enough D-middies to make things like enough good athletic D-middies to make things smooth from defense to offense? But do you think that their D isn't as good as it's been in years past?
Yeah, I would say that. I mean, again, they're always going to get. It's Virginia that everyone thinks it's historic. They're going to get.
Yeah.
I mean, they have trees down there. They have a kid I think who's 6'6" on that defense. Like, it's not that their defense is necessarily bad. They're just not playing to the standard that we're used to seeing.
And again, listeners, we're not saying that they're bad. We're just saying that they haven't been the powerhouse that they
it's Virginia. It's a top 5 recruiting class every year. They won 2 national championships when we were in college. Like the thing is that when you if you're Lars Tiffany and you leave Brown for a job at UVA or if you're Joe Bresci at UNC, there's a certain Pete Mellman at Hopkins, there's just demands that are more than I don't know, Rutgers, call it, or a school that doesn't have that tradition of winning national championships and being on that stage.
Would you say that top 5 standard of excellence is Virginia, Duke,
Cuse.
Maryland, Cuse, and then who? Hopkins? And could you swap out Hopkins with Notre Dame then?
Notre Dame didn't win a national championship until what? 22?
22.
Oh no, 23. Because Maryland won in 22, Notre Dame 23, 24. I mean, so the one. Yeah. So I watched the full UVA Towson game. There's one play that I'm this is so uncharacteristic for any ACC school. UVA violates on the face-off, right? So you have both the wingers, UVA and Towson. You have the face-off guy. UVA violates. The Towson Fogo picks up the GB and runs down the field, and 2 Virginia players sub off. Yeah. So there's how is it possible that there's a 5-on-4 if you're on the face-off wing? Inherently, you should be playing defense,
right?
Yeah, at a minimum. So
it's things like that, and we don't want to take away. We don't want to spend too much time on UVA because I wanted to say Towson and Nadalin. We played against Towson for years. That group was so fucking annoying to play against because 1, they were good. 2, they were gonna line up their entire alumni and the entire state of Maryland out there when you run off and call you obscenities. So you're playing the fans, you're playing the refs. The refs one time told us we couldn't cuss on the sideline or the field, and we got penalized for it one time, on an accidental F-bomb when you're just frustrated by the game, you're not saying that to anybody. So you're playing the refs, you're playing the fans. But that team, they're an anywhere, anytime group, anytime, anywhere group. Nadalin always puts out a good group. He was an All-American player himself, played on world teams. I wasn't surprised to see them win. And that kid, the Rooster, Alex Roussel,
oh, dude,
that kid's a problem.
6 goals, right?
He had 6 goals. Canadian righty just looked weird to me. I just think Canadian lefty every time.
Yeah. I probably have, if you were to ask me, college coach, steel cage match, who's winning, I probably have Nadalin.
I have Nadalin in there, and just based off of his look, when we'd shake his hand,
rugged hand, calloused, very calloused hand.
He just finished up a shift, doing Mason.
The lumberjack.
He was working the forklift before he got to practice.
Baltimore sand and gravel.
Trying to think of some good there's honestly no good Towson stories for air. There's so many nasty.
The Y Shower kid is so filthy too. And dude, when you're that good on a team that's not ACC, Big Ten, Ivy, the entire game plan, every single game you play is we're gonna get the number 1 poll on this kid, and we're coming right off the bus.
Yeah.
We're coming right off the bus, and we're trying to hit this kid as hard as we
can. Get ready in the rotation, boys, because if he turns his head, we're flying at him.
Yeah, they're not afraid to get physical.
Yeah, so I mean,
Yeah,
it's
so
a great win.
That's just classic Towson. Every year they usually steal 1 or 2 games. I mean, they stole that one. Not stole. They beat Loyola when we were. Was that 22 when Loyola was number 2 in the country? Pat Spencer, or would that be
No.
2019?
He graduated in.
That would have been 18 or 19.
It was 19. Yeah, so like they pull. They're no stranger to pulling off big wins, and obviously UVA isn't as strong as they've been, but like it's never easy beating a UVA team coached by Lars Tiffany. So
No, and not by
It's a
7
great-
goals.
yeah, exactly, they dominated them. So
Yeah, that's wild.
that's a great job by Towson. Moving on here, Princeton Rutgers. Any thoughts here, boys? I mean, I got some thoughts myself, but
If I had to put money on a team to win the national championship right now, other than UMass, I think I'm throwing on Princeton.
and listeners, Sammy, very very hesitant to put money on things.
I'm not a betting man. I mean, this is a quasi betting podcast, but Princeton, I think like their offense just is humming. And like resume wise, yeah, they lost to Penn State. It was their first game. Again, like they've probably been practicing for like 2 weeks before then because it's an Ivy League school.
Dude, they got some meat on their schedule too.
Yeah.
What was that statistic? They played 5 games. They're 4-1, and I think every single team was top 15 ranked.
They played Syracuse, UNC, right?
Yeah.
And Rutgers was like 13, 14, and 15 when they played them last.
Yeah.
They're no slouch.
Oh, I think I got it right here.
Fuck, who else?
Maryland, who was ranked
Yeah.
2.
Oh,
and they
Oh,
beat
they
them
played
13-12.
Maryland.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So North Carolina was ranked number 1. They played them last week.
Yeah.
Maryland was ranked 2 when they played them. Penn State was ranked 14, so they played. And Cuse was 6, so they played like basically
They haven't
5 top 10 matchups. Basically.
No, they have Yale.
I don't know if Rutgers was ranked when they played them this weekend. I
think they are because they fell 1 or 2 spots in the polls this
Yeah,
week.
they definitely were. So they've played absolute metal and come out on top. I mean, dude, Rutgers look good too. I know we're gonna talk about Princeton here in a second, but Casey Mongilo, Trinity Pauling and them. Roll
Great
Pride. Yeah, Italian kid. I think he's from Jersey too. He came from the MAC, and he was a kid. I think UMass was in those sweepstakes for him. He was 1 and 2. He's got great bounce. He looks good for Rutgers. That Rutgers pull, Ben McKeevy. I was gonna say, doesn't Rutgers always have a murdered out stick pull? Like they always have a pull with an all black stick who wants to beat the hell out of you.
Yeah, good stick skills. There's a kid in the PLL now. I forget his name.
Ethan Rawl.
Yeah, Ethan Rawl. Great pull.
Dude, he was
a beast.
He was he was all over the field.
Yeah.
A couple years ago, he was great.
It's almost like the Belichick like Rutgers corners. Like the Rutgers pulls are kind of
Yeah,
like
and
in
you
that
know,
mix.
coach those corners, Anthony Pellegrino, former Hopkins grade LSM. He was nasty as well. Deep pull from Gumpy. Pull up pass. deep.
I think
pull.
we have to give a shout out to Jack Stahl.
I love good pull work, man.
He's covered 3 of probably the 4 or 5 Tewaaraton finalists at the start of the year and held them to a combined 8 points in 3 games. Like,
Yeah.
it's
I
not
like-
crazy,
yeah.
but like
No, that's crazy.
Owen Duffy, Joey Spallina, he held pointless.
Yeah.
And then just recently, I forget who it was, but he's playing out of his mind. He's not going to blow you away with stat sheets. He doesn't have
Good sign of a
15.
defenseman, though. Yeah.
15 caused turnovers, but he gets the job done.
Yeah. Shout out to that kid. They're
That's
playing really well.
That's a hellish lineup. Like,
Yeah.
and if you give up a goal to any of those guys, it's everywhere.
More. Oh yeah.
It's
Yeah. The
everywhere.
camera wants them so bad. Those
And like LSN will post like
oh.
Stahl gets crossed up by Spallina
Yeah.
for a
Stall's
PTZ
in
foul.
Right.
Yeah.
Stall's in jail here. Joyce Molina behind the
Yeah,
back.
the kid has 1 goal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, look at the score sheet.
Yeah.
Jesus, he had 1 assist.
Yeah. And not to drag out the Princeton thing, but I think
No,
at
their
the
ball movement's crazy too.
Yeah, and I think at the start of the year, everyone kind of wrote them off. Oh, they lose, a ton of seniors, a ton of age at the end of the season, and no one's expecting them to be at the same caliber they were last year, and they've completely blown away expectations. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, you
how
lose
good
your
they are.
all-time leading scorer, so like you said, people are automatically gonna write you off a little. But you look at what they're returning, and then you move down Chad Palumbo to attack.
Yeah,
And that kid wants the ball. He's confident. Like you see it in the playoffs last year. Like he was starting to really come alive as their ace, and as all like to your point where all the attention's always gonna go to the best player when you're playing metal.
Yeah. And what makes that offense so dangerous too is like Burns. Should know this, but they're like number one like Dodger on Princeton.
Pretty sure it's Chad Palumbo.
No, there's another kid, Nate Kabiri, Burns, and Palumbo. It's a tough decision on like who to put your 3 on, and like all those kids could literally score like 7 goals.
You talk about the kid who's sweating. It's the 3 on these teams that to play Princeton. Tough. Who's like, he's had like 6 like crease attackmen not dodging, just like don't lose your man off ball matchups in a row. And then he's like, all right, man, you're on Kabir this weekend. Like, all right, you got Burnsy, and he's like, oh yeah, coach. He's like, yeah, Princeton's ball movement's crazy, but. Moving along, Cornell PSU. This one was a nuts update to get mid UMass game. Someone goes, it's 9-0.
Yeah, complete
down
shocker.
there in Happy Valley.
Yo, they didn't have what's his name? Hunter Aquino. I'm blanking on the names.
On who?
Penn State didn't have Hunter Aquino.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean,
best player.
The funny thing about college lacrosse too is you never get like injury reports or like any media. I'm like, hey, Keno's been battling this all week. It's just like, is he not out there?
You look at the score sheet after the game and he's not on there. You're like, wow, they really did a good job with him.
Because they stack all the games together too. You're like, I can't see him. Yeah, or like Cornell, like Vermont, the same thing. They wear black uniforms and you're like, what number is that? Like, is that an 8 or a 9? Yeah. So that was nuts as well. I don't know. I don't want to rag on the Cornell goalie too much, but that was obviously a tough performance for him. He just wasn't seeing it. That's going to happen. You just wonder if he bounces back, or is that a game that like kind of is burned in the back of his head?
I mean, you'd like to believe if you're a Cornell fan out there, that this is a one-off. I mean, like,
I think it will be.
He didn't make some saves he should have made, but at the same time, Penn State did a great job of getting to the middle of the field, getting tough spots and scoring.
Dude, Penn State, you talk about a team like Towson, that's tough. Like, those kids are not afraid to get to those areas.
Yeah.
They always go on a Big Ten run that's, like, unforeseen.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, dude, Penn State, too, has been, like...
Michigan's like that.
They've been in, like, the Final Four, like, so consistently, and they've gotten completely fucked.
Yeah.
Like, the foot in the crease thing that, like, they did have instant replay.
Right.
It might have been Army, where, like, I think Army actually, like, got screwed in that.
No, I think that was Army Georgetown. No?
I don't know, but
I can't remember.
I thought they played like Yale or something like that.
I don't know.
No, it was the big fellow with the long hair on Duke who stepped in the
Garrett
crease.
Lemon.
Yeah.
But
that was tough.
I mean, yeah, it's always like, I mean, we've had our fair share of those where like you're just getting like your dick stomped in, like that just like sucks.
Yeah.
Like Cornell will respond, but it's just not a fun experience.
You shouldn't throw us under the bus like that. We had our fair share of those. That never happened to us when we played.
You blinked in that game though, and it was 7-0.
Dude, I think it was literally 7-0 in the first quarter.
I want to say it
might have been. Yeah. It might have been even more by the end of the first quarter.
That was in Ithaca, right?
That was in Happy Valley. Because I had it written down here that
if that was in Ithaca, that would be way more like concerning.
Penn State's field kind of reminds me of Yale's field.
Yeah, a little bit.
Is that a weird thought or no?
No.
I thought it kind of does.
I think it's probably like the blue outlines, but yeah, no. I mean that
just the colors.
The feel like that
sideways chirp.
That whole like that facility is so cool. I don't know.
Yeah,
you got to think
have that much money, so it's good to see them putting it towards good things like a field. You know what I mean? They're probably a little spread thin over there at Penn State in terms of funding.
Yeah,
definitely not a fully. I mean. It's not like
they're definitely not fully funded.
Unlimited.
Yeah.
Crazy reaction.
You gotta think Cornell retires his black jersey so after this weekend, right? They never bring him back out.
I saw a tweet on this. Like their colors aren't black.
No, it's red and white.
It's red and white. Like why are they wearing black jerseys?
Dude, so you guys remember this? We had badass for the listeners. We had these not badass. They're slick. Cursive U helmets, and so UMass Calipari trademarked it in the 90s. No one could get the cursive U for like 20 years. You couldn't get it in any sport. We finally settled some type of lawsuit, got the helmets back, wore them for one game against Fairfield, lost in like a game we should have never lost. Wore those helmets once, never wore them again.
GC probably like threw those away.
They were
Yeah.
gone, locked
Yeah.
them up.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I that's probably one and done with those unis.
Yeah. Yeah. Like if
Yeah, honestly.
Knowing Busick too. Busick. Watch
Busick.
that name. Busick. Damn it. I got a lot of buddies at Cornell too. Shout out to the Big Red Wave, honorary Big Red Wave guy last year. The
At the
national
Nationals,
championship.
yeah.
Yeah, I was getting crowd surfed, everything. No,
People were chanting,
that's a
"Gump,
lot.
Gump."
No.
What, you hold the trophy and everything?
Allegedly.
Like the little kid they let drive the airplane. Actually driving.
I had a couple adult beverages. I don't remember if I touched the trophy or not. I don't think I did. It's like the Stanley Cup.
Dude, a picture of that would be just...
There's a picture allegedly where I'm near it. I don't think I was touching it.
Yeah, it's
That was
that's
Danny
usually-
Cadigan's day. You can't.
Yeah.
You can't be touching it. Moving on here, though. Hughes Hopkins. We got it written down. Resurgence of Joey Spallina. 7 points for the Long Island native. A little bit up and down year for him. He's been playing great, though. He's obviously going to break the points record there. But Billy DeWan at 2 Gs. Dude, I love that kid's
Yeah,
game.
dude. Talk about somebody that has been there for like 7 years.
I know. And talk about a kid that grew up in lacrosse. His dad was one of the best LSMs of all time for Hopkins. So, and he went to Cuse when his dad was still at Hopkins. Correct.
I have no clue. We're
I'm
not
almost
analysts.
positive. I mean, I am the historian for this pod, and I want to say
Yeah.
I'm right there. I know his dad is a great player with Petro. He was definitely that. I know him right there. If you guys want to come after me, I'll take you on in the comments. But yeah, he's great. I love the way he gets up and down. But the difference with him, for me, is like he will beat the shit out of you on the other end.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like he throws lumber. He's
Usually,
not one of
yeah.
those like up in the play pulls who's like kind of cheating the game a little bit. Like he's gonna take it away from you and then like actually take it to like.
Is he graduating this year?
He's been there for so long.
Yeah,
He must.
I think he's in that same class as Spallina and all those kids.
I mean, he's got to be.
I'm pretty sure he got there in 23, which would mean he would graduate in 26 this 4th year.
Yeah. You got to think he's like a late first round, early second round. Like
He's probably the first pull off the board.
He
think
definitely
so?
is. I think he is.
Yeah.
Schaller though.
Well, it depends what you need. It depends what you need.
Yeah.
If you need.
Like an LSM.
There's an argument that could be made that
Yeah.
he's the first pull off the board this year.
Are you taking Spallina 1?
Off the board?
Yeah.
No.
Who are you taking?
I shouldn't say that.
We're not cutting that. Yeah, we're cutting that.
No. No, I do want to move on though too.
We're definitely cutting that.
No, we're not. We're a transparent podcast here, folks. Throwback buckets for Cuse. I really like those. I thought that those ones, that uniform, that kit, just makes me think of Mikey Powell.
Yeah, well, that's kind of like what I was thinking. Like, you see that helmet, and you think of one Mikey Powell and that team, those
Think of that
teams,
original CPX.
and then
Powell.
you go back to 2012, kind of like when we were in the age of like, oh, who's got the best gear, or whatever. Like, you go back to 2012 when they did the full Cuse throwbacks to that early 2000s era, and you're like, why didn't we have the jersey combo going with that?
That, and we talked about this over the weekend, Eagle. That Cuse kit that were just say Cuse was so sick.
Any of the jerseys that just say Cuse.
Or
Orange. Orange.
Eagle had a bit of a controversial take regarding the Volts.
Yeah, so we were kind of talking like, what were the best throwbacks? What were the best uniforms that we can remember? Like, I remember first playing lacrosse, like starting to play lacrosse, and then going to championship weekend and seeing Cuse in the Volt orange uniforms with the like bright green socks and cleats.
I hated that.
It might have been the fact that I was 12 at the time, but like
That's like
I
in the
thought-
peak of Flow Society shorts.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I
They're
mean,
like, how do we make it even more highlighter color? How do we make it even brighter? It's
How do we
already
make this?
lime
How do we
green.
make this more annoying for people?
yeah,
It's already lime green. But is there a way you can brighten it?
I don't know that.
No, but then I was like, dude, what are you talking about? Everybody hates those. But then it started coming out that people did really like those. Like that some people do regard that as the greatest uni ever.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think that, and then you go back to the Hopkins throwbacks they did for that Heritage game back in the day. They were kind of the first ones to adopt the old school bucket redo.
Is that the one where they put the old school bucket on the helmet?
Yeah.
Because that is so creepy.
with like the brown gloves and stuff?
I also liked, this was somewhere in the 2010s when they did black like base and then the blue old school J.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
dude.
one.
Both of those teams have like ridiculous style.
And I hated their guts when I got to high school, but like when I do think back to when I was a small child, elementary school, middle school, like I love those kids.
Dude, I've been very quietly a Cuse fan. Very quietly. I'm in the closet Cuse fan. Closet Cuse fan.
Closeted orange man.
But dude, all like the way that they play lacrosse too is like every game they play is like so entertaining, especially like with who they have on the team now, but also like Powell's, like Gates, etc.
And I think that's in a credit to Gary Gate because like when he got
They
there,
let him play, like dude.
Yeah.
The Penn game when they hopped it into Billy Dwan in the pipe and he like
they've been
nobody's throwing that pass.
But think about it, they've been doing that for years.
I know.
Since,
yeah.
I'm saying since he's been there. Like since Billy Dwan's been there, like they've really let that core play.
Yeah.
Eagle had written in like that Syracuse's core is now seniors, like they kind of took over that game.
Yeah.
And like, I mean, Mikey Leo was a kid, like he was never afraid to shoot it.
No.
I watched that kid in Placid take 4 shots in 10 seconds. He just kept looking for the left corner and shooting it over the net from that lefty wing, and he just stood there and just waited until the ball get back to him. And
Yeah,
he's not afraid to shoot it.
That stat sheet was littered with, and I mean, watching the game, they were obviously present, but that stat sheet was littered with that senior class, and they left their imprint on that game. To Sammy's point, too, like, the whole Gary Gate letting the guys play, I'm pretty sure it was maybe the Maryland broadcast. They went on a man up, and Kark, or I think it was Kark that was on the call, said, yeah, I talked to Gary Gate about their man up, and he almost made it seem like Gary Gate said, yeah, we're just going to roll the balls out and see what happens.
Dude, I mean, you have those 6 guys on the man up, like
They really can roll it out.
Yeah. I mean, they could literally wake up on Sunday and like dial up something.
Yeah.
On the fly.
He was like, he gave them, which you kind of love to see out of a coach, but he gave them complete control of that entire offense.
I think it's either Craig or Greg Elijah Brown too, man up specialist.
It's Craig.
Craig.
Yeah.
That is the best position in lacrosse, like by far.
Oh, Tucker Kellogg too, for other Trinity Poly alum.
Oh,
Hammers the ball.
That played on the Cuse man up, like he was a man up specialist.
Yes.
Because I know they do that.
Yeah, no, he does. He shot the ball 113 miles an hour when he was like 12 years old.
I'm not positive if they still do this, but I remember Cuse did they do the Junkyard Dogs where they put like a fresh man down unit in. Do they still do that?
Yeah, they have 5 guys, or maybe it's just 3 poles, but they have 5 guys that all they do is man down.
So
awesome.
great,
We used to talk about that.
Yeah, it's
I know we haven't been talking about mass guys enough, so Jimmy McCool gets out of the game.
Yeah.
Love Jimmy. Gets out of the game, goes like, I gotta read off his tweet. It was so good. He basically was chirping the burners that had been coming after him, and that was so good. He said,
How about the pro pick too?
got a lot of support. Yeah, he's got Drake, man. Shout out to Drake. He goes, burners in lacrosse, 42,000 views. Wow. Burners in lacrosse are such a cowardly move. I used to call it league commissioners in my full legal, my username. Not all the guts for it, I guess. Period. Jimmy. What a stud. I mean, if you're gonna... I should not call it the burner community here. But whatever. 7 people listen to this. If you're in a burner and you're coming after kids, like, after the game, like, you're a little absurd. It's okay to get your takes off on a burner or, like, swear a little because you don't want your job to
So I
fall out,
think
like,
a lot of it, too, is that now that you can bet on lacrosse so easily, like, there's probably serious money on Cuse games.
Yeah.
And you're gonna get mad at the goalie for maybe messing up your
Of
cover.
course,
Yeah.
dude. Or like, dude, Spalina. I don't even know if he has a Twitter. If he checked the inbox, there's probably some hate.
Yeah.
Dude,
There's probably some
his
hate.
Instagram probably. His Instagram DMs are probably destroyed with people hating him.
So tough.
I think he invites it though. Like he's been hearing it his whole life.
Yeah, I mean, dude, that's tough.
I remember watching him. I forget who we were playing. We were playing somebody, and he was doing his high school state championship, and it was on TV. And he was just getting jerked so bad. And he loves it. He loves the hate.
I mean, Long Island Lax too is like Friday Night Lights shit too.
Yeah.
Yeah, vicious. All right, moving on here. Utah. Eagle, pass it over you. State of the game pick of the week you had here.
Yeah, I mean, I think our analysis kind of said it all, but if you think about hard places to play in lacrosse, you're not getting a ton of crowd population around the game, but tough places to play. Flying from New Hampshire, Hanover, New Hampshire.
They might have drove down to Logan too.
Yeah.
They definitely. There's no.
To
I mean,
Utah.
what's the airport in New Hampshire?
I don't know if there's one.
I
That
think
goes,
there's one in Manch Vegas.
but
Manchester.
I doubt it goes direct to Salt Lake. There's got
No shot.
there's a
definitely
direct
connecting.
Manch Vegas definitely is
No
a
way.
Salt Lake.
That probably is like a one-way to Fort Lauderdale.
All right, boys.
Yeah.
All right, boys. Breakfast is at 6. We're on the bus at probably 6:45. 3.5 hour bus ride down to Logan. You're going through you're going through some horrible highways to get there. You get to the airport at about 9 or 10. You've now been up for like 4 or 5 hours. You're probably leaving on Tuesday.
When
Or
was
you're
the game?
leaving
now
on
it's
Wednesday.
Saturday game. You're probably leaving either Wednesday night, maybe Thursday morning.
Okay, so
Yeah.
if it's Wednesday night,
If it's Thursday morning, that's hellish.
if it's
Yeah.
Wednesday night, you're probably practicing in the morning and getting that bus in the afternoon. All right, so now, you've been up all day. You're flying out there. It's a 5 and change flight, almost 6 hour flight. Yeah, I just did a bit of skiing out in Utah, actually, so I would know. You're on a hellish flight. Now you get there and you're gassed from travel, the bus ride, the flight. You haven't really eaten because you're not eating plane food, and they probably had a box lunch for you or something, or no, a late night hotel meal.
Yeah, you're probably getting some sort of pizza or something that's prepared in the kitchen, and then you're eating Jimmy John's for lunch the next day.
Yeah, legit. Like you were legitimately eating a turkey sub from Jimmy John's and then giving it your best try.
Yo, and you're sweaty as a dog getting on that bus after you just had your practice in Utah. You get a soggy sub.
Oh, dude.
You're eating your soggy sub as like your buddy's like hitting his chair, and you're like, God damn it, dude.
Dude, like a
You're like, I
water
told him
lunch.
I didn't want cheese either, like whatever. You're like picking pickles out of it and onions, or you get the kid like Tobin who's like, I didn't want sauce and mayo and shit on this. So now you're a little bummed eating your sub. You get back, you're like, okay, I didn't really eat my sub. I'm starving. I haven't really eaten a meal in 2 days, and we got Utah tomorrow.
Yeah, and guess what? It's soggy chicken parm for dinner too. Like,
Dude.
you're also playing like outside of all the travel, like whatever. You're traveling probably 1, maybe 2 days, and you have 1 day to get acclimated to the altitude.
Oh yeah,
And
so
you don't have a full practice to get used to it. You're doing a walkthrough or a light practice the day before.
So now let's finish the cycle. Now you wake up Saturday, you're gassed. You still haven't really gotten a good meal. To Eagle said, now you're adjusting to the altitude. Every time you're going downstairs, and every time you're going upstairs, you're out of breath, and you're thinking, how the hell am I going to play lacrosse game tomorrow? Now you get to Utah's field for pregame, you're still gassed. You can't even really breathe. Utah's coming flying out. They're snapping the ball around warm-ups, and you're thinking, how the hell are we going to beat these kids? All that has just built up to that game. And you got a Dartmouth group that's just looking to get a win because they're playing their second or third game of the year. Like, that is probably such a hard
It's the
place
most
to play.
hellish circumstances you can, like, the altitude thing is like a real thing, and Utah knows that, and they're running and gunning.
Yeah.
It's a track meet.
They
It's a
have
track meet.
they
Those kids
have
play hard, dude.
one
I
of
like
the
those.
most high octane offenses in lacrosse right now. They
Dude,
are
they're-
so fun to
And
watch.
their polls push.
Yeah.
Like, they want to get the ball up and out, and they really want to, like, drive the issue with their polls, and then if they have to slow it down, they will.
So, like, to your point, you eat a waterlogged Jimmy John's sub, turkey and cheese, the soggiest sub you could possibly
Soggy
imagine.
sub, and as you're eating it, your hands are a little moist from your gloves, and you're like, oh, I don't even really want to be eating this.
And then Utah is like really pushing the issue on a 6-on-5,
Yeah.
and you're like running ragged.
And you just got off the field as a pole, and you're gassed. You're like, I'm struggling for air. Utah pots one, you got to get right back out there.
Yeah.
And are the Holmans still coaching that team? Like, I think they are, right?
I don't know if Marcus.
Well, Marcus is playing sixes, so I don't know if he is, but I don't know. I mean,
He's definitely not. I'm pretty sure it's Gittleman.
regardless, like, I mean, that was a mortal lot.
Yeah.
All right, moving on here. Should we talk about the rankings here, or should we get into like the PLL,
Yeah.
WL chips?
Let's do the rankings. I feel like we still have time, right?
Oh, we got plenty. Tim, we got all the time in the world. This is our show. All right, so you want to jump into the rankings?
Yeah, can you pull them up on here?
So, I mean, there's not a
Top
lot.
five is pretty much. I thought Richmond was gonna be the number one team in the country coming in today.
It's just hard to take, a number one ranked going into the week, top 10, top 20 win.
You
Notre
can't take
Dame.
Notre Dame out.
Yeah.
I guess.
Dude, they're human though. Like, that game showed that I don't think they're gonna go undefeated.
Holy fuck! I forgot to drop 30 on Bellarmine.
No, they're not. They
Like one of these teams could catch him when
Yeah, but who's gonna win? Oh, so they got Richmond on April 4th.
Oh, holy shit!
So they head into I don't want to say that Michigan and Virginia are two easy games because both, like when you're talking about getting caught, both those teams could beat them. Like obviously Michigan's a tough squad that is never gonna take a Saturday off. Virginia's gonna be hungry by the time it's March 28th. Now it's April 4th, let's say. Richmond, North Carolina, Duke, and Houston in the season.
Yeah.
Now, I wonder what type of strategy Corrigan had when scheduling those games. Like, is he thinking we're going to be rolling by then?
they play a pseudo ACC schedule.
No, the ACC games have to come last.
They're in it.
Yeah.
The football thing throws me off.
Yeah.
I think the ACC games have to come last, so it's kind of just like
that's why. Yeah, I wasn't thinking. I thought that those ACT teams play themselves throughout the year, though.
No, that's Patriot League.
Because there's so many Patriot League teams.
I swear they
It might be Big Ten too. No, because we haven't seen like Ohio State, Maryland, or Michigan or anything.
Yeah, I might be thinking of somebody else, but that's
definitely Patriot.
That's a crazy schedule. It's like Notre Dame's definitely a team to keep an eye on. Richmond's a complete wagon. Like Richmond is a complete wagon. A lot of people talking about them being America's team. They got 7 votes for the number 1 team, right behind Notre Dame with 9.
Yeah, I think when you look at that team too on paper, they don't turn the ball over.
Who, Richmond?
Yeah, they win face-offs.
Dude, their goalie's so
Their
good.
goalie's nasty. Their defense is, I think, number 3 in the country in scoring defense.
Bro, we want to talk about good polls. That kid, what's his
Smith.
name? Yeah, he's an absolute... And that kid's been there for 100 years. He reminds me of CC a lot. Not just because he's wearing number 6, just because he's so patient and he just stays with his man. He's throwing checks, but he's not trying to take the ball away. He's just taking it away with how patient he is.
He had that goal too, which was like he usually
such a juice goal when your number 1 pole scores.
When poles shoot on the 10-man, there's like some arc to it. He just kind of like shot his heart.
Right in.
Bro, and Georgetown's a good squad. Like, that is a big win for them to reassure that they are the best team in the country to themselves.
Yeah. They're going to be a tough matchup throughout the rest of the year. I mean,
Well, now they head into A10 play.
Yeah.
So Delaware being in the A10 is interesting.
They're having kind of a down year, though.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying it's interesting, like, in the way that they dominated the CAA last couple years. Now they move over to the A10. They're having a bit of a down year. So that's going to probably be point night for Richmond.
Yeah.
I'm not saying they have it scheduled on their schedule as point night, but it turned into point night.
Yeah. There's never a game on any schedule for the most part that you're like, there's a couple out there.
There's some games.
But
I'm not going to say which ones, but there's some games.
There's some games you're like, all right, I'm gonna, like, if you're on the bench, I'm going to get in this one.
As a former Pole, I remember usually having one game where I'm like, there's a chance I get a look at it. As a Pole who usually would get caught by the middies, if I would be in transition, they would catch me because I was not fast. There's some games.
There's
So
some
I
games.
I might be able to break away from these guys.
But the schedule they're playing, there's not.
Not me.
Yes, you.
There's not a ton. I mean, you don't want to throw anyone. There's some games out there.
Also, like,
There's some games.
what's interesting about Delaware joining the A10 too is like they're down this year, but like, dude, they were a wagon. I mean, they beat the second-ranked team in 22 in the first. Like, they were a wagon.
Chucky Kitchen.
No. After him, Robinson, Kurtz.
Oh,
Pole, who's the pole? 81.
Owen Grant.
Owen Grant, dude. I mean, they were so. I mean, and they lost by like 2 to Cornell.
Talk about a big fella getting downhill. Yeah, that team was sick. They had one of the best stories of all time getting beers before that. Who was it? Cornell. Who was the monster win they had? They got beers before
Georgetown.
They got beers before that game. They had chicken
The day
wing
before?
They had chicken wing and beers before the game. Said, "Hey boys, it's been a hell of a season." They
Before G-Town?
Before.
Who told you that? You don't have to.
I can't confirm my sources, but from a good source who's from the area. Got beers and chicken wing before the game. Said, "Hey boys, it's been a hell of a year." They go out, beat Georgetown. Next week they're playing. I think it was ND.
Cornell.
It was Cornell. And they go,
Yeah.
"Hey boys, been a hell of a year. Chicken wing and beers. We gotta
The whole team?
we gotta recreate it." I don't know how many guys are there, but I know that's
That's definitely like the bench mobbers who were just like, I might have 4 or 5 beers before this game.
And
I'm a
it's-
senior on the bench.
Yeah.
If like anybody's like, oh, like you've been drinking, it's like, I mean, this my last or second to last game.
No, and to like what's the word I'm looking for? I can't remember the word. They didn't like go out and get hammered. They just had like a couple beers over chicken wings.
Yeah.
And they're like, boys, it's been a hell of a year. Trading stories.
Dude, Delaware would be a sweet place to play college lax too. Like that stadium's really nice.
You've been on that for a long time. I've been waiting for a platform like
That's the only reason I started this podcast.
what's to say that Delaware would be a sweet place to play college. No, moving on here. Dude, Harvard's been a real like I feel like they're not getting the what a treat to play at Harvard.
No. I said, what a treat that like Harvard is like good. I feel like they're another team you can like kind of get behind aside from the logo.
Can't get behind Harvard. I mean, I'm happy that they're good.
Scrappy.
Local Mass team. And, I mean, yeah. I'm not rooting against them. I'm just saying I feel like I'm actually rooting for them here. I'm saying their team. I feel like they haven't been getting the press, but like has had a great start to the year.
Yeah, I mean, when you start off your year with a win against Syracuse,
Yeah.
it's anything's possible, right?
Yeah,
Especially this Syracuse team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, when I was watching them in the dome, and this is complete dome bias, I literally thought to myself, they're not going to lose a game the entire year, and they're going to win the national.
Dome bias is so real.
Dude,
Dome
I mean,
bias is so real.
the dome too is probably like a super hard place to play an away game. Like,
Yeah, there's
Definitely.
yeah,
there's a lot of noise that comes in for that.
the
That
fucking lights are
upstate,
changing and shit, dude.
yeah,
like,
that upstate crowd really gets behind those guys.
They love that team.
To continue on the Harvard point,
Anyone-
Jack Spidell and Teddy Malone are also having 2 incredible years.
Yeah.
They're guys.
Both from Mass.
You're the mascot. I don't know.
No, I don't think so. I just
Uh,
haven't gotten enough Mass guy shout outs, so we'll have to keep an eye on
might
that.
do a mass guy of the week.
Oh, we should.
Yeah, totally. Should.
Good call. We'll cut that out and we'll get that in there. Anything else on the rankings? Because I know we got some good stuff with the PLL and the WLL.
Yeah, let's go into that.
Do we want to start PLL or WLL? Let's go WLL first.
Kind of the 200-pound elephant in the room.
A highly touted matchup between the New York Chargers and the California Palms. Coach gets involved. Eagle jump into this one. Me and Eagle are watching this live. A coach tackled him.
I saw the clip.
You saw
Yeah,
I saw the clip.
I mean, it's one of the more absurd things you ever see. To get that's like a coach grabbing a kid by a face mask.
It was the
type
Tim
of
Riggins.
thing. Yeah.
It was the Tim.
I've seen Friday Night Lights. Yeah.
You see when the coach pop.
Yeah,
He's
he,
going
like,
to do
got
some
in
things.
there,
And I'm
yeah.
like, that's how you lay the
Well,
ball.
dude, Princeton did it too against Brown when they were getting like destroyed by Brown. A Princeton coach literally threw there might be there's definitely a clip of it online. The coach literally like threw a fucking shoulder at a Brown kid coming out of the sub box.
Do you remember when
I
that?
swear to God.
Do you remember that Harvard kid sap tack Mac?
Oh yeah, it's nuts. That actually makes me want to root against Harvard because that was so.
Guy like me doesn't forget.
Yeah, you're right.
But no, that was a crazy moment. Shout out to the ladies at the WLL though. Always love that they're getting a little shine, and I don't like that it was for a moment like this, but like I'm glad that they're doing what they do.
I think the best part of the aftermath on Twitter was everyone saying, "Get these girls pads."
I agree, dude, and I think that in women's hockey they should be hitting, and I think that in women's lacrosse, if they want to play on the line there, they want to play on the edge, like they should be in pads.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it should.
Borderline dangerous. I saw multiple girls I was at the UMass women's tailgate after I called the game, like multiple girls with like fingernails lost, and if you lose a nail, that hurts so bad.
Yeah.
Knuckles and stuff just from like checks and things that happen where you don't have gloves on.
I think it should. So, like, I feel like the PLL involves players on the men's side in decision making. I feel like that's a decision that should be a vote by the WLL players on whether or not they want to change like the gear associated with the game. Because like they might be
come from the players union.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
they might be like, no, we've been playing the game the way it is for like literally our whole lives now. So I mean.
You have to start at the youth level, basically.
Yeah, you'd have to like restart the whole thing, and like it's so established. Obviously, like it's faster growing than like men's lacrosse, to my understanding. Like, so like you can't be like, you guys have to now wear pads. I think it should just be some kind of like vote or like process like that.
I think the only issue that arises with that is it becomes then a landmark decision for the outcome of the entire sport. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
It's too much. There's too many.
It's too many implications behind that one decision for it to be. And not that I don't think it should be the rule. I just think like if you leave it up to the pros, then college then probably has to follow suit, and youth lacrosse shortly thereafter. Like,
one of the best things about women's lacrosse too is there's so many. Like Florida State has a team. Like Louisville has a
Christina
team.
Tobin,
BC has a team.
Former UMass goaltender.
Like
in the net.
Clemson has a team, and like part of that is because of the like Title IX stuff where you have to have like equal amounts of men's and women's like players on athletic teams.
Never heard of that.
Offsetting football. But another part is probably that there's like super low like operating costs where like you don't need like as much equipment as you necessarily need like in a men's.
Yeah, there's way too many implications. To put them in bed.
But also that clip, the coach I was
love
almost
to
like
compete from the ladies though.
Me too. I think the coach was like trying to break it up, and like she didn't like
total
push,
accident.
She didn't like push the girl who got the woman who got like who fell down.
Yeah.
Like she didn't like push her. She was like putting her hands on her, and then like the girl like flopped.
She got in a position where she didn't know what she didn't mean to.
Yeah.
And then once she did, she was like, okay, I'm gonna help her out and hold her up. And then when the girl who felt that was like, why is this coach because I don't think she saw her, random player grab me, and then she fell. And you could see when she hits the ground, she looks up laughing like, did that just happen?
Yeah.
And then the coach backs up and is like, oh, why did I just...
I don't think it...
Yeah, there was no malintent there.
No malintent. But moving on over to the PLL, obviously the Chaos take the championship 6's series over the Redwoods there. First person you got to talk about is obviously Shea Knobloch. He won the Golden Stick Award. He had 30 scoring points, which includes 2s and 1s. It's such a high-octane way to play lacrosse. It's no surprise that kid won that. Like, I remember when we were playing Rutgers in 23, I'd never seen a kid come down the alley, righty-lefty, able to shoot it underhand both ways.
Yeah, he was nasty at Rutgers.
And he had, I mean, the famous story, you guys have heard this, for the listeners. We're playing Rutgers 23, get out there for the pole shift. He goes left to right or right to left, I don't remember, and just misses one wide. But it was a good take. And Nodi, we're going to talk about Nodi in a second, Nodi starts yelling at him, yeah, nice shot, keep shooting. And and he looks at me, he goes, are you serious? He goes, you know who I am. He goes, you serious right now? And I'm like, just ping pong, like, no, Nodi. And I like go, I'm like, Nodi, chill. He goes, ball, because the ball was out left. So this tackle grabs it, swings it up to him, and he's like, you want this? And I'm like, oh, Nodi, dude, don't yell at this kid. He goes, splits left. They do a swing pick, comes around. I trip over the picker's foot, so I like stumble, try to get back up. He puts it back in his right hand, stings one. I just start screaming at Note. We like go in the huddle. Note goes, my bad. I go, don't yell at him. Leave him alone.
Caught in the crossfire.
And then we were in Placid there that summer, and he goes, oh, you again. He saw the brace. I was like, this is obviously a memorable brace. But no, that kid, he is a problem out there. He's legit made for the Sixes program. Lots of people online talking about him in LA 28.
Yeah.
And I mean, he's a shoe-in.
I don't see how you leave him off the roster.
It's the roster decisions on that are going to be wild. Though.
Yeah.
Because what? It's 12 people, right?
He's unguardable because of his body control around like 3-3 though.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying that he should be left off. I'm just saying there's gonna have to be like crazy like roster decisions like made for that, just because there's 12 spots for like, I mean, how many people are in the PLL playing shorty? Probably like 45, 50.
Well,
yeah,
the interesting part about the championship series is all the polls that they threw short sticks in. Like, there was probably at least 4 polls on every team that were playing, getting on for defense and offense.
So disgusting, polls, but
I don't know if I was trying to win the championship series and that's like my primary objective. I don't think I would give any poll a shorty. I think I would just run D-meds.
The Atlas had, I think, 5 or 6 defenseman LSMs on the roster.
Damn.
And it's obviously like it's tough to get guys in the middle of the winter, quarter one.
Yeah, you're not getting your guys.
You're not getting Not saying they're not their best, but you're not getting your top. Like
They're playing the
you're not
NLL. Like a lot of those guys are in the NLL.
Yeah.
The Redwoods had a good squad. Like Nody played great. Nody had 22 saves. Shout out to him. He let up a couple twos, but like at the end of the day, like, these are some of the best players in the world. The best players in the world. The Redwoods just didn't have the offensive output in the final stages of that fourth.
No, I think
Like they couldn't find a way to.
I
get
think they
shots.
had maybe 3 points.
Yeah.
You have to differentiate points and goals with 2 pointers.
Twos.
But they had 3 points, and it was only after the chaos were like, all right, we'll give up the one.
It was
'cause
too little, too late.
Yeah, mathematically, it's a little tough for them to get back in.
Yeah. Austin Cow was a stud in net for them too.
Yeah, he played out of his mind.
She's barrel after the game.
Yeah.
Dude. Legendary barrel.
That field too is so small that like you're not seeing 2-pointers from the normal 2-point line. You're seeing 2-pointers from like 14 yards. It's a normal step down. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, being a goalie in that is so tough.
yeah,
I remember some tough showers for the goalies. Thinking of the Boyd showers, they get in there and you're like, fella, how you doing? And as they just turn on the spigot, there's just black marks. You're like, how did that one get them in the back of the ribs? And just some tough showers for those boys. So assume it was a tough shower for Austin Count.
yeah.
Because he showed us his midsection, but I can't imagine what his legs look like.
Oh, dude, those thighs.
Yeah. Victory
Yeah,
makes
because
it
it's a
little
lot
bit
of
better.
like here, inside leg. Oh.
Dude, the inside thigh shot is probably brutal.
Oh.
Yeah. Championship though to cap it off makes it a little bit easier to jump in that shower with some bruises though.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. That's true. Couple shower beers.
I mean, I don't want to assume anything, but I'm assuming Austin Coutts having a couple shower beers.
They
Yeah.
were drinking champagne before the broadcast was even over.
The Delco native had a beer as presser.
One of the greatest Delco accents you'll ever
He
hear.
had a great Delco accent and 7 pieces of bubble gum, he said.
I think to wrap up the PLL, like that just makes you excited though for LA 28 and
Dude, that's
what that's gonna bring.
Yeah.
Hopefully this blows up. We get some free tickets.
Yeah, it'd be sick.
Yeah, guys, hey, if you want to send us, I know there's probably about 7 or 8 people out there listening, maybe 9, 10. We'll see. But yeah, let's get us out there. To wrap up here, though, new segment called Ask Shark. So, Sammy, I do want to ask you, Sammy Shark, guys, I do want to ask you, how much would we have to pay you to send a hard pick on a hungover Sunday?
For the listeners, my nickname is Shark because of my tenacious play in the field and not my nose at all.
I'm not gonna, and we did not nickname that. I'm not going to say you did.
Well, who's the defenseman?
No.
Coming up,
Oh.
right? Because I'm setting a pick.
I mean, we were talking about him earlier today. Let's go to Jack McLeavy. No, that's not his name. Jack Stahl. Who's
Jack Stahl, maybe Billy
the
Dwan.
Rutgers Pole.
Billy Dwan's worst case scenario, I think.
What about
Where's
Duke
that?
Short Stick D Midi?
Aiden McGuire.
Yeah.
Oh.
Did you see him blow up a
No,
kid
it's
on
Ben
the line?
McKeevy. My bad. Yeah, let's say it's Aiden McGuire, razor pick, so it starts in the corner.
I'm in full pads. Am I like?
You're in full
Yeah,
pads.
you're in full pads.
You went to the
Right now?
You went to the Dubliner the night before, and they had live music.
Right now, like
No, this is hungover Sunday.
no, yeah. So but
yeah.
right now,
Yeah,
when I'm,
you're at the Dubliner on Saturday. You've had 12
I transport to Durham.
Yeah.
You're at the Dubliner Saturday.
I wake up.
They
and
have
I'm,
live
I'm
music.
I'm at Durham
And it's
in
in
a
a-
Jacksonville jersey.
It's an
setting a
11
pick.
a.m. match.
Oh,
So like it's hungover Sunday. You just woke up.
do I get food before?
Yes, it's
Of
7
my
a.m.
choice.
breakfast.
7 a.m. team breakfast.
Yes.
Yeah, but you're on the road, so remember you're eating hotel eggs.
Oh, that's right. And hotel bacon.
I'm assuming I get like completely fucking blown up on the pick.
Oh yeah.
It's a razor pick.
Oh, I'm
So there's
pretty
nowhere for him to go because he doesn't want to go over the net. How much? What's the dollar amount? I asked Abbo this, and he said a smooth 50.
$50? No shot. No shot. Probably $300.
I was thinking I guess I would probably do it for like $500.
Yeah. Maybe a couple grand.
I had
How about this new segment from me? Turn the tables on you. Eagle, could you pull up ChatGPT and ask it how many Massachusetts-born players are in the PLL lacrosse league? And then we'll have Gump try to name as many as he can live on air.
Oh,
This this could be completely exposing, or like you have insane ball knowledge.
I just have to think of the 8
Yeah.
teams now, though, because you got Jeff Trainer, Will Bowen.
How many
there's
T
people
scrubs
like
computer
there's people
for
like
this?
quietly retiring.
And you
too.
get as many guesses as you want. It's just if you can name all of them. If you get them
Oh,
wrong,
I
it
can't
doesn't
name
matter.
all of them.
No, like however many you can name.
How many
It's
mass?
definitely bad podcasting.
How many mass born players are in?
8 teams, 19 on a roster. About 170 people. That was way off. I was like,
This can't be right.
Like it's inaccurate.
Yeah, I mean it's Will Manning was a mass
Well-
born player.
all right, we'll workshop.
All right,
this.
yeah,
We'll
yeah.
workshop
We're
this.
tossing that. We're tossing that. Dump bucket.
Should we wrap it up, boys?
Dump bucket. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this was episode 2, State of the Game podcast. We're going to come at you later this week. We're thinking Friday gambling segment. We'll have the Eagle get out his picks. What'd you go last week?
I think we went 4-5. We're down.
Oh, yo, I thought we were like 5-2.
No,
I thought we were even.
No, yeah, we basically made out even. We're down 0.35 units. So
I think in the future we should almost have like a weighting system. It doesn't have to be in units, but like we all knew that Utah was a fucking lock.
and the underdog of the week hit too at plus 220. So there's some serious
who
value
was-
there.
We
who
just
VMI.
highlighted our wins.
For VMI?
Yeah.
Damn.
All right. Well, hey, going forward, Fridays we're going to put out a little gambling segment. We'll also put out our picks for the weekend. Maybe we get some figureheads. Don't worry, we'll workshop this. But we thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for following. Like and subscribe to State of the Game Lax Pod on YouTube. Thank you guys. See you next week. This weekend, man.